don't either. Let me find it.
Oh boy.
Welcome back to Been There, Watch That. We are on episode number 80. Myself, Justin. I'm joined my esteemed colleagues here, Joe and Dave. We are the internet's best movie reviewers, or we are three of them anyways. BeenThereWatchThat.com. Go back, check out all our previous reviews, see if you agree or disagree. We've covered a wide variety of different types of movies out there. This week, we're getting weird with
This is definitely a wide variety.
Yankovic Story, a new movie coming out on, it's a Roku original, brought to us by Joe this week, his pick.
Yeah.
Reach out to us on social media as well, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Just type in BTWT Pod. That stands for Been There, Watch That. All right, and we're back.
So we have not talked before the show, and I did that on purpose. I didn't want to. Personally, I think we have better conversation just getting each other's reactions live instead of knowing what's coming in. I gotta say, guys, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
And so, not going into any details yet, but I'm nervous watching the movie. I started getting nervous. I'm like, oh no,
Yeah.
I don't know where this is going to go. But then I talked to Cena, and her rating was nowhere near what I expected it to be.
Really?
So I'm nervous.
That's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
What play on words there? That's weird. I don't know which way she would go.
Yeah.
I know one thing. The question on when I looked it up online is like, is there anything true in the Weird Al movie? I was like, brilliant question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. More of that, please.
Yes.
Anyway. That sums it up for me.
Yeah.
At the end, I had more questions than answers. I came in, thought maybe
What is going on here, and why did this not answer a single question I've ever had about Weird Al Yankovic?
Yeah, I thought I'd learn a bit about Weird Al, his backstory, and then he takes some creative liberties with his life story in this movie. How involved was he in this movie? Do you know?
He
wrote
involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could tell.
He and Eric Apple
It had
wrote
his fingerprints on it, I thought.
Oh yeah,
Big
all
time.
over it.
Well, yeah. Okay.
He's parroting, which makes sense that there would.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect from him?
It would be a parody.
That's his deal.
It wasn't going to be a serious movie.
Well, did you catch him? He was in the movie.
Yeah.
You didn't?
No.
He was the record exec.
Yeah.
The two
Gotcha.
records.
Okay,
the one that was sitting there. Yeah. That was
Yeah.
him.
I didn't catch it.
He was
But
like,
yeah.
Are you crazy? This isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
We're just making fun of you. Sign you turd record deal.
Yep.
I was.
You want to do a casting call real quick?
Yeah, sorry.
All
We're
right.
getting ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah.
So the unexaggerated true story of the greatest musician of our time, from a conventional upbringing while playing the accordion was a sin, Weird Al Yankovic rebels and makes his dream of changing the words to world-renowned songs come true. An instant success and sex symbol, Al lives an excessive lifestyle and pursues an infamous romance that nearly destroys him. So the movie stars Daniel Radcliffe as Weird Al Yankovic, and he's known for the Harry Potter movies and Swiss Army Man. Diedrich Bader plays the grizzled narrator, and he's known for The Drew Carey Show, Office Space, Napoleon Dynamite, Jane Silent Bob Strike Back, and Miss Congeniality 2. Richard Aaron Anderson plays the young Al Yankovic, and he's known for Shameless. Rainn Wilson plays Dr. Demento, and he's known for The Office and My Super Ex-Girlfriend. And Toby Huss plays Nick, Al's dad, and he's known for King of the Hill and Seinfeld. And that is your casting call.
And some special features peppered in there. Jack Black.
Yeah, the little cameo shots.
Cameos, you know. It was the one I noticed, Jack Black.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, there's another one. It was the guy that did the Hamilton,
Yes.
famous guy that did the Hamilton Broadway
Yes.
thing.
Let me pull
He was
him
the
up.
doctor
Yes.
who was going to declare him dead, but then he jumps up and grabs him.
He grabs a pen and a pad of paper.
Jeez. Yeah, somebody give me a pencil and paper. This whole movie left me
Disturbed.
not disturbed.
Perturbed.
Just I was confused. I was like, time out. What is going on here? Like, how did Madonna get involved? What? Pablo Escobar?
Yeah.
Who? What?
Well,
Because I was looking for a little bit of truth and tied in.
yeah. Well, there was some small hints. Do you want some examples?
Yes, because
Okay.
I'm still confused.
Okay, so
And I didn't research anything.
while much of Weird Al Yankovic's life is fictionalized in the film, some things are true. Yankovic really did acquire his first accordion from a traveling salesman. He really did his first record, My Bologna, in a bathroom, though this was before he met the rest of the band. The song really did achieve instant success. Another One Rides a Bus really does feature John Schwartz using Yankovic's accordion case for percussion, though again, before Yankovic and Schwartz met the rest of the band.
Yeah.
The Scotti Brothers really were Yankovic's record label from 83 to 96. Madonna really did suggest that Yankovic parody Like a Virgin. Also, and the fact that Dr. Demento has no kids of his own is accurate, as he and his late wife Sue Charles were childless by choice.
Okay.
And
everything else is a lie.
Now here's a few more.
Okay.
His father Nick often reminded Al that the key to success is doing for a living whatever makes you happy. And Nick was a medic in World War II and later received a sting at a steel manufacturing plant. And he and his mother Mary were 100% supportive of his career choice. Nick had a cheerful but also dark and morbid sense of humor which influenced Weird Al's personality. And we covered the door-to-door salesman.
That's amazing. A door-to-door salesman sold an accordion.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're going to be the cat's pajamas with this thing.
Yeah.
I can't. That's the one real thing in this whole movie. What in the world?
Well,
Who carries an accordion door to door? You know what? I can sell this baby.
Okay, but now you gotta remember, this is back in the time that people also walked door to door selling vacuum cleaners.
Well, I can see that though because somebody's at home, they clean, vacuuming. That happens on the daily.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, but
You
think
vacuum.
about it. Back at that time, you couldn't go to like Walmart or even Kmart and get an accordion.
Why not a guitar though? Who wants an accordion?
Accordion's smaller, easier to carry.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
yeah, scratching my head, and to hear you say, Joe, that his parents were both supportive and sound like they were perfectly nice people for them to make the choice to turn his dad into this like insane monster in this movie who like tries to beat the accordion player to death, is always like talking down to young Al, and like just a total.
It's come off like a jerk. It's like he hates his dad.
Yeah, but he was supportive. Like that was a
At
weird.
the end.
Wow.
At the end, he was supportive. He's like, "Hey, listen, I used to be an accordion, guy."
Yeah, that whole story of his Amish upbringing and stuff.
Yeah.
So Al never smoked, drank, or did drugs. One of his college buddies claimed if they had got him to do any of them, that he might turn normal.
Yeah.
So while My Bologna was recently recorded in a public restroom, it was a restroom of down the hall from Cal Patty's radio studio, KCPR, and not a local bus station.
I did like some of the twists and turns, like when his dad gave him the music, and he's sitting there looking at his mom. And what was that song going to be? Where he's sitting at the table and his dad confesses to him about the
Amish Paradise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, his mom was getting like right in front of you.
Yeah.
Right in front of you, and then he turns back. He's like, "Okay, we're going to Amish Paradise."
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be another song. I can't remember exactly.
I'm
what it was.
fat. I'm fat.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so Al's parents being, jerks as they are, he said that he wanted to make this a complete parody with some truth sprinkled in, but a complete over the top of like your standard rock star biopic. Your parents are completely against you. The only way to success is heavy drugs and drinking and all that.
Jeez.
I thought it was funny. He got off the phone with his parents and he was like super frustrated because they're just like, they're not giving him his props for being a star. They're basically just like, you need to be eating your fiber and
Yeah.
you can come back and work at the plant anytime. And he's like, dang it. And he like hangs up and sits down, and then he looks up and Rain's in his Rainn Wilson's Dr. Demento guy or whatever's in his hot tub, and he's like,
Yeah.
There's 3 other hot tubs. You could go to one of the other ones in the house. He's like, no, that's all right.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't have to be in the hot tub right by my bedroom. He's like, oh, it's fine.
So how well did Rainn Wilson do as Dr. Demento? Because I know Rainn Wilson from The Office.
Yeah.
And
Good casting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rainn Wilson playing Dr. Demento, this is like a complete opposite of Dwight K. Schrute. and I love it because I was afraid. I'm one of those fans, and I was afraid that I would be disappointed because I have him typecast as Dwight. But man,
Yeah.
this is completely opposite, and I loved it.
Yeah, I agree with you. He carried it well
Mm-hmm.
and shows that he's got more than one dimension.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be Dwight Schrute everywhere.
Right.
I think he brought over a little bit of the pompous part of Dwight.
Right.
But still, it carried so well in this movie. I was like, man, all right.
Yeah, he's like a supportive character though of Weird Al. He's not like the bad guy trying to undermine somebody else. He's like he wants the best for him.
Right.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with Madonna, which I didn't get a chance to Google it, but I was going to Google, were they really like a couple or what's going on? Like, but that was just a parody.
Yeah.
That they were like big time lovers or something.
Yeah, that was 100% parody. But
Okay.
but she did ask him to do a parody of Like a Virgin, and
And I enjoyed Like a Surgeon. That's one. That's a Weird Al song I never heard.
I kind of had to wonder just a little bit if he and Madonna had a thing at some point, and that's where it was based off of. So I'm glad you said that, because in the back of my head I was like, surely not, because she's so high profile.
right,
But then again I was like, who knows?
right.
Who knows?
But
with Madonna, I mean, it's just an actress that doesn't. They had to be like, oh, he opens the door. It's like, oh, Madonna, because otherwise we'd be like, who's this girl?
yeah.
Like we didn't.
Yeah,
There's no way to
could-
really know it's Madonna.
Yeah, because she could have passed for like a Cyndi Lauper character.
Yeah.
But he talks about how all these people's record sales double and triple whatever when he does a parody. That's an actual thing.
Yeah.
That's real. They call
The
it
bump.
Yeah, they call it the Yankovic bump, not dump.
Dump.
Though it's not to the level shown in the movie, many artists have seen an uptick in sales after Yankovic released a parody. Nirvana credits him with an extra 1 million units of Nevermind, and is it Chamillionaire or Chamillionaire
Mm-hmm.
has said his Grammy win was part due to Yankovic's parody.
Really?
Yeah. Michael Jackson supported. Yeah, because he had to. If he wants to actually make an official song and release it, it has to be signed off on by the artist.
Yeah, I think he tries to at least get their blessing.
Michael Jackson signed off on the Beat It parody and I'm Bad also.
It's really weird. I started to remember these as I watched the movie. I was like, oh yeah, But because I remember back in the day on cassette tapes, that was the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a while there where it was like, oh yeah, this guy's doing these songs. They're pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to keep a tune in your head and make fun of it a little bit, but it's just catchy.
Another one rides the bus.
Now, not everybody is on board with Weird Al Yankovic in real life.
Coolio wasn't a fan.
Well, we don't know.
Coolio,
Yeah.
Really?
Gangster's Paradise.
Well, who's he a fan of anyway?
Well, because he actually died 2 weeks before the movie was released,
Really?
so he didn't get to see
But-
his.
Coolio?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Supposedly, Weird Al reached out to Coolio's people and they said, "Oh yeah, go with the thing," but they didn't actually run it past Coolio's. And then he was like, "What the heck? Who's this guy doing a parody of my song?"
Well, I mean, he doesn't have the rights on parodies.
Right.
And besides, he probably got the bump.
Now, Sir Paul McCartney, with the Beatles, Weird Al wanted to do a parody of Live and Let Die and call it Chicken Pot Pie, but McCartney would not give him his blessing because McCartney
Really?
told him, said, listen, anytime you want to do a parody of mine, you are more than welcome to. So Al came to him and said, hey, why don't we do this one? And McCartney said, no, I'm a full-fledged vegan, and he said, I cannot condone the eating of animal flesh. He said, so you can't do that. He said, no, you can do tofu pot pie. Al goes, but the tagline's going to be bok, 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 bok. He said, that's not going to work. He said, tofu makes no noise, so they just kind of had to scrap that one.
Interesting. Yeah, they filmed this in 18 days.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I saw that in the stuff, and I was like, what in the world? But it sounds like everybody had fun. And I think they continued the parody through their interviews and stuff, because Ratcliffe was like, wearing the Hawaiian shirt was a huge responsibility I didn't take lightly. And Sharing to the world absolutely 100% unassailability true story of Weird Al's depraved and scandalous life.
Wonder, is that real hair? Do you think that was a wig?
I think it's a wig.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
So, did you guys catch? Cena and I caught this, but we both caught it for the different reasons. When Al and Dr. Demento are talking, and he said, and Dr. Demento tells Al that he can be one of his Dementors.
Yeah. From the Harry Potter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cena and I were both laughing, and she's going, well, that's from Harry Potter, and I'm going, I think that was a play on the name,
Yeah.
Demento, and kind of found out it was both. We was both right. Because I backed it up, I was like, I got to see it, and you can tell when Dr. Demento says that, Al's face kind of laughs and just straight stone face is like, okay,
Yeah.
that is a little nod to Harry Potter.
Yeah,
I didn't catch it because I don't know anything about Harry.
Well, I don't either.
Mhm.
I just know the Dementors from The Office. Is when they had the prison episode when they had to hire the ex-con, and he goes, hey, I'm Prison Mike. I had grilled sandwiches 3 times a day, and the Dementors.
The Office. See what Dwight does?
Yeah.
He didn't carry it with him, but he carried it with him.
Yeah, I told Cena, I said, I'm waiting for him. If he says Bears beats Battlestar Galactica, I'm getting this full malt bucket, no question. I said, the rest of the movie could be garbage.
my
I hear that, I'm sold.
That's all it would take.
Yes, that's all it would
He
take.
passed on mop buckets on some movies that really deserved it. That's all it takes on this one.
Yeah.
Joseph.
Well, and they also had the opportunity there at the end when Dr. Demento wanted to adopt him.
Yeah.
I was waiting on him to say, yeah, we'll take you to a beet farm in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, make this official.
Yeah, I was like, do it. This is your prime opportunity, and they let it go.
Yeah. It's funny. I like his top hat though.
Yeah.
Well, we got to talk about Radcliffe. Dave, what's your assessment? His overall performance.
You know, I've seen him in some weird stuff here in the last couple of years, and yep, he carries it on very well. Like Now You See Me Too, you know, he played kind of that sporadic, you know, knucklehead weirdo, and yeah, that's right up his alley. I think he's pretty. Radcliffe can act.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
no doubt about it. How he did it all with a straight face is beyond me.
Multiple takes, maybe.
But I don't know. With only 18 days, I don't think they got too many of those.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you got to nail this because we got to move on.
Did you guys look at the budget?
No.
No.
All right, let's
Man,
get your
it's
guesses.
got some big names in there.
Yeah, that's the thing. It did take long to shoot, but there's some heavy hitters in there.
15 million.
26.
8.
8.
What?
Wow.
Discount.
What?
Well, I mean, 18 days in and out. Yeah.
But still, I mean, they didn't like scrap on actors and actresses on this. This is what. That's crazy. So.
And I thought the girl played Madonna really well. Like
Yes.
that had me thinking maybe that is Madonna.
Yeah.
You know, in her younger days. By golly.
Now, in the final scene, the woman seated next to Tony Scotti, Weird Al Yankovic's character, is actually Susan Yankovic, Al's real life wife.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is there what didn't you guys like? Like where's this movie getting the slam?
Pablo Escobar side story.
That's
Okay.
exactly mine.
I did find some information on that one.
Okay, I was gonna say I had no idea what this has to do with him, the story, or anything.
Pablo Escobar was. It's not known if he was actually a true Weird Al fan or not, but it is known that he would fly famous singers in to
Really?
his land to have parties.
Perform?
Yeah, perform or have parties.
That's crazy. I had no idea.
So there is some. It wasn't Al necessarily, but there is some truth to him flying people in for
yeah,
festivities or whatever.
I just that whole thing. I was like, what? Really? You know? Come on. But I mean, I know it's a parody and they were making fun of different things, but
Yeah.
The over the top kind of, I guess maybe just in general over the top moments from here time to time kind of were not my favorite. You know, him shooting like 10 guys and they're all shooting at him, but no one's hitting him, sort of thing. Which I know it's supposed to be over the top and ridiculous, but I'm just kind
I
of
was gonna say you'll buy it in a Chuck Norris movie, but you won't buy it in a Weird Al movie.
Throwing his platinum little CD thing as a ninja star.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway. I didn't like that either.
I liked I Love Rocky Road, to throw a positive in. You know, like a surgeon and I Love Rocky Road, like, I guess maybe I'd never heard those ones, or it's been so long that I forgot. So when they did throw in some real songs, you know, another one, Rides the Bus, even My Bellona. I mean, I liked the songs and the way they put them on.
Now, how I appreciated this because sometimes they can really screw it up.
Yeah.
But where Daniel Radcliffe was doing the lip syncing to Weird Al's songs, the sync was on so well that it looked like it was actually him singing.
Yeah, that's what I saw that in the fun facts where it said, you know, he was nervous. He's like, I can sing, but I don't know that I can sing like Weird Al and hit that octave or whatever. Like, no, you'll lip sync it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught a couple times where it seemed like maybe be hitting a high note where he should be, like,
Yeah, a little.
opening like mouth a little bit more, and he wasn't. I noticed a couple times where it did. I could tell, you know, but when it first started, I was like, is he singing it? But then, yeah.
Because I really appreciate that, because some of those movies you can tell right off.
Yeah.
The first one that popped in my head that was similar to this as far as singing goes that you couldn't really tell was when George Clooney did An Old Brother Where Art Thou.
Yeah.
They dubbed that so well that you couldn't tell.
And Bohemian Rhapsody, I don't know if you've seen that one, Joe, but the Queen.
It's on my list, but I have not seen it.
It's good, and it's all lip synced.
Yeah, that's surprising. I didn't think it was.
That was pretty well done.
It is very well done.
Do you guys want to play a little Would You Rather?
Sure.
Betcha.
It's a very short list.
I believe it.
Okay,
For 8 million, you can't expand too far.
So on Would You Rather, so apparently this kind of ties into this first one. Apparently this was based off of like a little parody skit from a few years ago. I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah.
That Funny or Die did, and then they just kind of expanded it into a full-length feature film.
Right.
So on the original little short piece, Dr. Demento was played by Patton Oswalt. He was the heckler at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. So he was Dr. Demento in the original skit. So in this rendition, would you rather have Rainn Wilson playing Dr. Demento or Patton Oswalt as Dr. Demento?
I gotta go with Rainn Wilson either way.
I do too.
I think Patton could have pulled it off, but sure.
I think so too. I think Patton could have pulled it off, but after seeing the actual picture of Weird Al and Dr. Demento at the end,
Mm-hmm.
Rainn Wilson was a complete, perfect.
Yeah, he fit it.
Yes.
I kind of agree with you. I think either one could have done it, but yeah, I think Rainn was a better fit.
Yes.
I agree.
I just like the idea of, you know, the guy, Dwight Schrute from The Office.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, what's next? What else you got, Joe?
Okay, and this is our last Would You Rather.
Really?
For Al himself,
Yeah.
would you rather have Daniel Radcliffe or Adam Driver?
Adam Driver. I'm gonna look him up just because I don't know that I've seen him for a while.
Yeah, I had to look him up too, and
Oh no! Oh my gosh. Yeah, I forgot. He's in a lot of movies now. Nah, it has to be Daniel Radcliffe by a mile because Daniel's kind of scrawny, skinny. Adam Driver's a big guy.
Well,
Big
Weird
muscle.
Al's kind of tall, isn't he? Isn't he
He's
taller?
tall, but he's kind of scrawny.
yeah.
He's
Or
taller
skinny,
than
I guess. You know, skinny, I guess. I don't know. Daniel Radcliffe just had the look.
Justin?
Like, I don't think Adam Driver would look like he could sing those songs. You know what I mean?
Couldn't convince you as well.
No.
Yeah.
Justin, where do you land, sir?
I'll take either one.
You're
Just-
good either way.
I don't think it'll totally change the movie one way or the other.
I'm going to have to go with Dave on this, and I
Mhm.
think Daniel Radcliffe did such a phenomenal job. He looked like Al. I mean,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
anybody can put on the hair and a mustache, but he had the look.
Anyone can put on a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, anybody can say, "Hey, look, I'm Weird Al," but no, like
Adam-
other than like the chin deal,
Yeah,
he looked like Weird Al.
yeah. And I mean, like I said, Adam Driver's a bigger guy, and I know Weird Al's tall, but I mean, he's muscular.
Yeah,
You know, like bigger muscular. Where Daniel Radcliffe, not that he's not muscular, but he's got that really skinny, not an ounce of fat on him build, and he kind of pulled off that nerdy accordion playing guy.
Right.
You know, and that's I can't see Adam Driver doing that. So yeah, Danny Radcliffe was the right call. Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, it's weird seeing like fake versions of different celebrities in this movie, like Oprah and Hulk Hogan. And
Yeah.
Yeah. So originally, Freddie Mercury was supposed to be at the pool party scene, but Queen said no.
Really?
Yeah, but they did, however, allow them an appearance by John Deacon, which worked out because Deacon was the one who wrote another one bites the dust.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked out.
And that was a fake version of Deacon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I looked up, I was like, was that the real one or not? And like, he died a long time ago. I was like, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Accordion. That surprised me. I didn't think the whole accordion bit was going to go for as long as it did. The dad came out and was like, listen. Like, really? That's where you're going to drive this home with? Come on. Underground accordion players. Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, his whole relationship with his dad thing is kind of. Yeah, I'm just. I question why they took it so far to in that direction.
How does his real dad feel? I wonder. He's like, man,
Yeah.
you maybe have to be a jerk.
Yeah.
His mom and dad have actually passed away.
I was just trying to protect you by crushing any ideas you had of having a dream before you have a dream or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, his parents passed away. Unfortunately, I don't know how long.
Oh well,
A few years.
they both died carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
From a faulty like fireplace or something.
Yeah.
This had a Rotten Tomatoes of 84%, IMDb of 7 out of 10.
See,
that equates.
70%.
and they give Pig like 99.
92% like this movie.
Yeah, that equates to what? Overflowing large? Is that about where you're at, Dave?
Just.
Yeah.
Poor Justin.
Yeah. I can tell Dave is over the moon on this one.
Well, I mean, it's not that I didn't enjoy it. And it's not that it wasn't well done. And I do really appreciate that it had an $8 million budget, and
Right.
they did it in 18 days.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great job! This is one of those movies. Like we've reviewed a movie in the past. I can't remember exactly the name, but it was one that it was the first of its kind. It kind of led the way, and we talked a lot about that. You know, you had to appreciate it for that.
Right.
And so it got a better rating than it wouldn't have, just based off of content, which I kind of feel like this fits in that niche of, 18 days, small budget, the actors fit the profiles, everybody did a good job. You couldn't tell that he was lip syncing, which was a big part of the movie. So the only downside for me is like the too over the top type scenes, like with Pablo Escobar and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like the accordion backstory stuff. I just felt like stretched it a little too far and put it really out of that. Well, maybe this did happen. So okay, let me put it a different way.
But, well, go ahead, sir. Finish your
No, it's
thought.
okay. I was just gonna say I want your all's opinion on this, but I almost wanted for some of it to be kind of true. You know what I mean?
Right.
In the back of my mind, it's like, well, maybe he and Madonna did go out a couple of times. Or maybe he did start out with an accordion and, got pushed over into, hey, let's make a parody. Or maybe his dad was a huge jerk and tried to shut him down from chasing this dream. I just kind of wanted some of that to be, maybe he did get invited to Pablo Escobar's place and was like, hey, we want to see you do some songs. So I don't know. I kind of wanted some of that to maybe be true, but then it was so far over the top. I was like, nah, never mind. Did you guys feel any of that at all? Or?
Yeah, I'm torn because I'm like you. I wanted a little more truth to it, but after researching it,
Yeah.
this is exactly what Weird Al wants. So it's torn because he said that in much of the way the real Weird Al made his career creating parody versions of popular songs, this movie is a parody of a well-known, worn rock biopic cliches, tropes, and subjects: bad behavior, torrid affairs, substance abuse.
He gets all like drunk and goes off on all his bandmates, and
Yeah.
then they rekindle, that sort of thing.
That are complete opposite of Yankovic's clean-cut, uncontroversial real-life story. So
Yeah.
it's one of those. This is where I'm having my trouble, and I knew this was going to be a sticking point with you guys. This is why
I think if I would have came in with all that info, it would have helped me a lot to understand coming in that this is going to be a parody for the most part.
Yeah.
This complete
I
parody.
had no idea, so I was kind of caught off guard and scratching my head as the would progress, and then like you said, David, at some point you realize, okay, I don't need to scratch my head anymore. This is clearly complete nonsense.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, I kind of feel like that was their goal of the movie, was to confuse you a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I feel.
Make you think that maybe it was kind of true, but then in the end, it's just complete parody, and it was one of those aha.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So there's kind of a beauty in that.
Yeah, and see this is where I've been having trouble all along, because as soon as I figured it out, I was like, oh no, I was like, the guys are gonna rake me over the coals on this, and
You
then
get raked over the coals either way.
well, yeah,
Weird Al Yankovic. That's all you had to say.
because it was starting. I was like, oh man, I could tell this. I think part of this is being parody, and like the guys are going to like beat me over the head with this, and then when they went over the top, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's obvious now that it's a parody, so maybe I'm going to get a little leniency on this.
Are the record sales true? I mean, the whole thing where he's like 5 times platinum or whatever, wearing it on his neck. I mean, are those?
See, that's what I'm talking about. You almost want that to be kind of true. To see that he's successful.
I mean, he definitely sold millions of records, but is it as?
I have no idea.
Here we go. I'm looking it up here. So,
in the parody, they're like, whoa, he's like number one. Like when they show a song going number one.
The billboards again.
Is that completely false too?
No, so he does have some gold and platinum certifications. So the albums Weird Al Yankovic in 3D, Dare to Be Stupid, Even Worse, Greatest Hits, Off the Deep End, the Food album, Alapalooza, Greatest Hits Volume 2, and Bad Hair Day, Running with Scissors, and Straight Outta Linwood.
Just hear it straight out of Linwood.
And there were some artists that was like, he asked him if he could, I think it was Nirvana, and they're like, is it going to be a parody about food? And he's like, he's like, actually, no, not this time. They're like, okay, fine. You can do our song.
And he's a multi-time Grammy winner.
Really?
Yeah, he won the Grammys for Eat It, Fat, Poodle Hat, Mandatory Fun, and Squeezebox, the complete works of Weird Al Yankovic.
Poodle Hat?
Poodle Hat.
Never even heard of that one.
That was winner of Best Comedy Album in 2003.
Wow. Poodle Hat.
Hey, he actually did have a #1 hit.
No way.
Yeah. August 2nd, 2014, Mandatory Fun.
See,
the single Eat It was
Or the
certified gold in the
sorry.
US. And White and Nerdy was certified platinum and a gold ringtone in the US.
So maybe a little bit of over the top exaggeration with his whole like 5 times platinum.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 Grammy Awards and 11 and further 11 nominations, 4 gold records, 6 platinum records in the U.S. So yeah, he did. He had 6 platinum records.
He kind of undershot himself there because he said he only had 5.
5, yeah. His first top 10 Billboard album, Straight Outta Linwood, and the single White and Nerdy were both released in 06.
Yep. All right. I got some chuckles. I wasn't rolling on the floor or anything, with some of the scenes. Jack Black's like, "Who's this new guy in town? And can you make a song right now?" Kind of funny, but at the same time, like maybe a little bit ridiculous with the voices and the hair, and which that's what they're going for. I realize, so I can't totally knock the movie because they're doing what they're trying to do.
See that's the whole, that's
it just felt so. I was like, okay, Weird Al's definitely pretty heavily involved in this because he's pushing it a little bit.
Yeah. All right, well, let's rate
So
this
it's
puppy up.
on brand, but I'm not sure. Coming into it, if I was like totally sold by what they're trying to pull off even with the parodies themselves, a little bit, Okay, let's go.
Justin's pushing this rating up.
Yeah.
I see where this is going. It's like one of those volume things.
It's had some highlights and some lowlights for me personally.
Can you guys believe at this point I'm still on the fence. I'm not really quite
really?
sure. Yes.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm anxious to see where you guys go and see if this will help steer me anyway.
I'm between an overflowing small and medium. just because, and I keep going back to this, who would I recommend this movie to? And there are very few people that say, you have to see this. It would be, it's interesting, it's over the top, but yet it's kind of reminiscent to hear some of the Weird Al songs, and the way he makes fun of himself with it is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But not something that I would say you have to see, and not something I would tell everybody that, yeah, you should watch it. So I'm torn. I can go either way. Overflowing small, medium, yeah. But I don't know. What do you got?
Rainn Wilson did a pretty good job, I thought,
Yeah.
Joe, but I don't think he necessarily took the movie into a different rating category on his own. He didn't make the movie a whole star better, in my opinion. He was kind of relegated a little bit to a side character in a way.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to lean on Radcliffe and how much you like him, and Madonna, which I personally was not a huge fan of the Madonna performance, but
yeah, I think Daniel Radcliffe did a great job though.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he carried it well, and I thought he hit his mark. Now I like Rainn just because Dwight Schrute. So
Right.
He carried weight for me just because of The Office, but see, I don't think that's a reflection on the movie.
Well,
So, I mean, maybe, but
what impressed me with Rainn is I just know him as Dwight. from
Right,
The
right,
Office.
right.
So this added another layer of
different dimension.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, I can buy seeing Rainn as a different character in a different movie. That's where I was going with
I
it.
wonder if they got him on purpose and said, listen, we need a little bit of that Office magic. Bring some Dwight in here, play a different character, but, look at what he's, because we're talking about him.
Yeah.
Based just off of that. So
Right.
I would say if someone in that meeting's bloody brilliant, bring in Dwight, because that'll add a little to this, then, hey, kudos, because it did.
Right.
He carried that weight.
Now, did you guys see, the little pictures of Alfred E. Newman throughout the movie?
Of who?
Alfred E. Newman, the Mad Magazine character.
No, not that I noticed.
It was more heavily towards the beginning. Al actually,
I do remember seeing it in his apartment.
he was actually got to be an editor in one of the issues of Mad
Oh
Magazine.
gosh, I believe that. All right, so where you guys falling here? What did Cena think?
Well, let's hear Justin.
Okay,
Excuse me.
Justin.
Or,
I'm exactly in that same lane there, Dave, but I'm not
Oh, Joe's gonna come
100%. Where did you land?
I'm somewhere between an overflowing small and medium.
Got to pick.
Well, I want to hear what Cena had to say.
Oh,
first,
okay.
'cause
Okay.
I could be swayed.
Okay.
That's my point. So
Well,
Joe could.
I'm right there too.
Joe
so
often pushes me one way or another.
See,
I'm not sure if it's fair to go overflowing small, even though that's kind of what my heart is telling me to
Yeah,
go.
I agree with you. I could easily say small and walk away feeling fine about it.
well then, you guys, I'm glad you guys are sitting down on this one.
Large for Cena.
Yes. Yes.
Really? She
Yes.
liked it?
She loved it.
Oh my! I could see that. She's got a good sense of humor though, and I can see her giggling through this whole thing.
But
saying-
I looked at her like, are you sure? I was like, because I know the guys are just going to rake me over the coals on this. And she's like, no, she said it was over the top. It was funny. She said, I loved it.
Yeah. Constant entertainment.
Well, and she was sitting there looking up actual facts on Weird Al as it was going on.
Yeah.
And was telling me stuff. And she's like, I loved it. She said it was funny. She said, it's great. And I'm like, who's this woman? And
well, I mean, she's got a good sense of humor, so I can see that.
yeah,
All right,
but
I'll bump to a medium then. I'm there.
really, that's what sold you.
Yep.
Because I told her,
Because I was annoyed with a little bit of overtopness, but then when you realize it's all meant to be that, you're like, well, I guess I gotta deal with it. So I'll deal with it.
I'm staying at overflowing small just because of the whole Pablo Escobar thing. I'm still mad about that.
Yeah.
That was too much.
Yeah.
But I told her, I said, I was waiting for you to say, this is the absolute dumbest movie you've ever seen. She said, no. Napoleon Dynamite was the absolute dumbest movie I've ever seen. But she said, I like this. And I'm going, I don't get it.
Napoleon Dynamite, vote for Pedro. There's some good one-liners. on
Yeah.
it. Anyway. All right, so sorry. So, Joe, where do you fall then?
Well, one last thing I'll throw in. It does kind of feel like an $8 million movie made in 18 days.
It does. I agree. But to me, that's kind of
But
amazing.
they pulled it off.
Who can do that anymore?
It is
you know?
not. It's not terrible. I would never say it's
Yeah,
a terrible
there's
movie.
no big glitches or anything where you're like, yeah. Anyway, so Joe, where do you fall?
Yeah, because
Dun, dun,
the
dun.
disaster artist was spent way more money in that thing. Made even less
Oh
sense.
gosh, why are we even gonna bring that up?
I think, guys, as the dust settles here, I think I'm going to land on overflowing medium.
I knew it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm overflowing small.
I
As
can't.
much as I appreciate Cena's view, I just
Yeah.
Pablo Escobar, terrible.
Yeah. Although Madonna like completely missing him as she's trying to shoot it out.
Yeah.
That made up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh.
But I was just completely shocked when she told me large. I'm like, okay, who are you and what did you do with my wife? Because my wife would just.
No, she has a good sense of humor. I
Yeah,
can see
but
that.
stuff like this is like when it's completely like way over the top. She's like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
So hats off to Mr. Al Yankovic as a longtime fan of your work.
Yep.
I mean, 8 million in 18 days.
The songs were a highlight for me. I was jamming to
yeah,
Like a
I
Surgeon
did like that.
and Amish Paradise, all that. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, long time.
Getting to hear stuff because I wasn't like well versed in Weird Al music, so getting to hear some stuff I'd never heard before it brought it up to a medium for me, kept it from going any lower. Yeah.
Because my first CD I ever bought was Dare to Be Stupid.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Dare to be stupid. All right, boys, I got to run, but you'll fill me in later on next week's pick.
Oh yeah, because we don't have the generator.
Ooh. All right, so Joe, you got that? Because I don't have any of that.
Yep. I've got it pulled
I
up.
can give you some random numbers just off the top of my head.
Oh no, this.
27.
Well, no, this different website. This
43.
This different website.
That's
I'm not
funny.
familiar with that movie.
Yeah.
27. That ties into Weird Al.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it
like
does.
part of his. He hides that in like songs or something. The number 27.
All right, Justin is out of here. Joe, it's down to me and you, buddy.
All right. So
We should call in a guest.
well, actually,
I
I
want to
found.
use my lifeline.
Yeah. So we started last time with a website that actually just randomly generates movies.
Yeah.
So I'm back on it. So
Okay.
let me hit the randomizer button here.
Are you back on your algorithm for your movie picks? No, not on that one.
No, not on Weird Al, but
Okay.
I may
I'm
go
curious.
back to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this first random pick is Samaritan.
Yeah, with Sylvester Stallone.
I've not watched. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen it. It's all right.
Okay, so
Kind of silly.
go to the next. Okay. The Bob's Burger movie. The Bob's Burgers
Burger.
movie. It's based off of the TV show.
Really?
But yeah.
Hold on, that's a new one. That's 2022.
Yeah.
Huh? I didn't know. It's on Amazon.
And HBO Max. You gotta buy it on Amazon, but it's on HBO Max.
Oh, okay. Yep, and Hulu. Interesting. Bob's Burgers.
Or you want me to hit
Do
the
you
button
know?
again?
Do you know anything about Bob's Burgers? Like, have you seen the sitcom or something?
Yeah, I've seen the show.
It's got Kristen Shaw in it, which she's kind of funny, and then John Benjamin. Not familiar with him. Zach Galifianakis. Kevin Kline. Is that Kevin Kline in it? Huh. Okay.
Hit the button again.
Yeah, we can come back to that one. I mean, that one's available, so yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, go one more time. Just for Justin.
All right. Okay. Oh, we've already seen that one. What about Bob? It must be a Bob theme.
What about Bob? We've seen that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I have a couple times.
Yeah, we reviewed it.
Nice. Good job. Moving on.
Police Story 2.
Police Story?
I'm going to go on the next one because I'm guarantee you have to see the first one to do it to understand it. So let me hit it again here.
Police 2, the movie?
Police Story 2. No.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Ida.
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 2013 movie. Okay. Set in Poland in 1962. Where a young lady takes vows as a nun. Her only relative that she is Jewish. Both women and men where they belong. So kind of a drama. And I don't know if that one, it's on Tubi
And Amazon.
and Amazon. Okay.
Maybe I can hit it again.
Hit it again.
All right.
Give us some choices.
Avatar. The original Avatar.
Really?
Mhm.
I saw that a long time ago. I don't know what you think. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it.
Let's go with that. Is it available?
Disney Plus.
Do you have Disney Plus?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's do that. I think that'd be a good one because they're coming out with a second one, right?
Yeah, they just came out with the second one, yeah.
Yeah, an Avatar. That's one of the Jerry Bruckheimer maybe or somebody. And Steven Spielberg.
Maybe. Let me get here.
2009,
Okay.
and that had some big actors in it. Sigourney Weaver, yeah.
Yeah.
Zoe Zelanda. Yeah, James Cameron. That's who it is. Yeah, James Cameron. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
That's a good one. Okay. So Avatar.
This is going to be interesting because I've not seen this one.
I saw it a long time ago, 2009, so I probably saw it like 10, 11, 12, somewhere in the neighborhood.
It better be good because it's 2 hours and 42 minutes.
Yeah, I do remember that was a big deal. Yeah.
Well, it must not have been too bad, or you would have remembered it.
I mean, I remember parts of it.
Yeah,
But
James
yeah.
Cameron was the director on this
Yeah,
one.
that's James Cameron does a good job with just about everything. So, okay, awesome. All right, that's the pick. Fan pick. Avatar, 2009.
Yes.
James Cameron movie. Okay, cool. Kind of lost about Justin because he does something in this time period of our show.
Oh,
He does the out, doesn't he? Or do you? No, you
yeah,
do the
I
out.
do the out,
You
yeah.
do the out.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, never mind. Joe, take us home.
all right. So for more news and reviews, check out our website, beentherewatchthat.com. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast, Been There, Watch That. We're on all the major platforms. All episodes are hosted by Anchor.fm. And be sure to follow us on social media at BTWTPod. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram.
And even though Justin's not here, we've been there and we've watched that. Yeah.
We watched Weird Al.
We have watched Weird Al. That was a pretty good pick. I was surprised. I enjoyed it as much as I did. And I'm glad, pretty decent rating. All right, we'll be back next week with Avatar 2009. Everybody join us. Been there, watch that.